Oh, Bo, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize when they had this Fast and Furious, whatever it's called, they were supposed to send these guns. They wanted to track them, but there was no way of tracking them. Once they hit Mexico, they had no one following them. They had no idea. If you remember during the Bush administration, U.S. attorneys were fired for not enforcing strict gun laws, and now it's a game. It's like, we're not going to pressure you. We're not going to do anything. I think there has to be direction. To dismantle ATF is ridiculous. You have to have policy, and you have to have the president and the U.S. attorney behind you, and that's what you got to do.
Well, I just can't imagine anybody putting a program like this forward to send guns into a place that's already not short of guns. I mean, that wasn't the problem in Mexico, is how many guns they had. We have to give them the Forrest Gump Award, whoever thought of this, and it's a dangerous, and my condolences to the family who lost a loved one in this tragic.
And there are more. There's speculation that I believe it's Jaime Zapata may have been killed with one of these guns. There was 43 high-powered assault guns found in Phoenix in one stop, and some of these were traced back to this failed ATF. By the way, this thing may go bigger. It may be the FBI. It may be the DEA as well. The problem here, Crystal, for me, is that any way you look at the top of that pyramid, there's one name, and it's Eric Holder. It's a guy who should have known about it and who claims he didn't know about it. Do you believe him?
Apparently, there's record documentation of him speaking about it earlier, so it seems like not only did he know about it, but also Representative Issa, who's been the primary critic of this policy, was also briefed on it and voiced absolutely no objection. So I just want to put this in context. It was horrific. It ended tragically. I express my deepest condolences to the family. The idea of the program was a somewhat risky way of trying to track illegal gun purchases by allowing suspected straw purchasers, where they're suspected of purchasing a gun for someone else, to go through and then tracking the guns. Well, obviously the program ended disastrously.
Well, it worked up until the part about tracking the guns. They forgot to do that little thing.
Right, but what I'm pointing out is that there were a lot of people that obviously knew about the program that did not raise objections.
If Eric Holder knew about it, and now he's saying he didn't know about it. Now, let's be fair here, though. The original project was called Gun Runner, okay? This Fast and Furious was a sub-project within Gun Runner, so it may be true that he didn't know about it, but if he did know about it and is hiding the truth, what do we do?
Well, I think he needs to resign if that's the case. If he knew about something like this and he specifically didn't tell the truth about it, then what can we believe? He's the Attorney General. He's the guy that's out there asking for the truth, whether it's an inmate in Guantanamo Bay or he is our AG for the country.
Bo, let me ask you a question, though. Yeah. Here we have Sheriff Babu, we've had Arpaio, we've had sheriff after sheriff come on and say, we need more help here. Who do they go to? They go to Eric Holder, and he says, no, not yet. Meanwhile, there's estimates up to $10 million of stimulus money, taxpayer money, have gone to this program.
Well, you're talking about thousands of high-powered guns going to the hands of these illegals. What in God's name? I'm a former law enforcement guy.
That's right.
What in God's name would you want to be able to track it back where you have the ability of giving them guns to kill our officers on the borders? There should be congressional hearings, Congressman, and you should put him back on the stand. And if he lies, you know what you got to do.
No, he was. They did. We have the sound of the two of them going at it. So that, in fact, what you saw at the beginning of that segment was Darrell Issa asking Attorney General Eric Holder when he knew about it. All right, we got to leave it there. Coming up, the 6-year-old boy, the 6-year-old